Hello, everybody. Let's stop saying the word hello. Let's say it backwards. Olay. Olay. And instead of saying good morning, let's say just good day. Let's just change things around. My name is Mary Moses. You are in the forest part of Forest Fairy. This is my bedroom. And in this room, we dive deep into the depths of our souls. We understand the word soul, soul being connected to the sun, soul being connected to the blueprint of our energy that is stretched through time and space. There are so many truths and there are so many deceptions out there. And it's really not for me to make anybody believe anything that I believe, because all of my beliefs are temporary anyway. We are all really digging for treasure, and we're putting the pieces together. We're putting the puzzle pieces together, and we're trying to find our origins, who and where we are from. And we are really kind of coming to some amazing answers. I actually just posted a video about something incredibly significant that I found out about the god Yam that keeps coming up in my art. So make sure to watch that because it's so interesting. And beyond all that, I think that all of these truths are overwhelming. I think that if you are a deep diver and you are getting into spirituality and you're seeing the ugly, you're seeing the good, you're seeing the hope, but you're also seeing the fear, I think it's really important that we stand in our neutral 0 point energy and stand in our power, which is really our child self. The self that is in a treehouse, that plays, that tells secrets, that is angry and happy and magical and likes to spy on people and loves to give gifts to people and loves to share love and has this open heart that lives in the moment. That is our power. When we divert our attentions through this digging, I think it's important. I think it's absolutely meant to be. We are meant to dig. We are meant to see the truth. We are not meant to live in a false program. We are meant to, this is why we are not tethered to encyclopedia sets. We have access to truths, and all we have to do is connect the dots. Now, for those of you who have, I guess you could say, the boldness or the guts to go even a step further by connecting with an oracle like myself, we begin to create a telepathic vision, which I call a television, through an ancient art technique known as scrying. Now, there were many scryers, and like Mimer was an oracle. And these oracles are really they just have a gift to hear the truth. And if the truth is wrong or people hate it or whatever, that's just what we see. We may not understand the truth. We may not know why these truths are coming forward, but we do have the ability to connect the dots and then look at it and then decide whether we want to live in the world of truth or the world of lies. Maybe the world of truth sucks. I don't know. Maybe we want to live in the world of lies. Maybe we want to grow jelly beans and turn them into lollipop land, and we will just laugh and dance and play. Maybe that's what we want to do. I don't know. What I think I know is that we moved from an older paradigm. Some may call it the age of Pisces. Some may call it an age of darkness. And we're coming into the light. This light is known as Sirius B, the dog starts, the great mother. We're kind of growing through the womb of this mother, and we're growing wings, birthing like a pretty little bluebird over the 7 colors of the rainbow. Hello, bluebird. And say good morning to everybody on TikTok. Say afternoon. Good day. Hola. And we're turning into a fairy. We're growing our wings to fly into our fairy, our dragon, and our original self through this awakening. And I hope it's going to be fun, because if it's not, then forget it. I guess I'll just wake up in the Matrix and put myself through amnesia. That was me, Maximus. Say hello to Maximus, by the way, also. Hi, Max. This is the office. This is the place where all the magic happens. This is a place where for the last almost 5 years, I have literally created thousands and thousands and thousands of pieces. And through these thousands of pieces, I've begun to connect the dots. And then I found out that one of those dots is one of my best friends, John, who really helps me to understand what I'm seeing, and that what we're seeing is actually significant and not something that's just silly, right? And so this has given me confidence, where before I was a little bit like, maybe I'm a liar. I don't know. But I've done this long enough to know that deceased loved ones do come forward. Ancient truths come forward. Deities, spirit guides, all of these things come forward to tell a story. And you have to become like Sherlock Holmes. And if you can't figure it out, then you have to go make friends with John, because John has all the answers to these symbologies somehow. So I'm so thankful. Today we are going to do a piece for John's better half, and that is Jeffrey. And Jeffrey Allen is my husband's name also. And I am like, what? It's like we've got some twin energy going on here, and I love that. It's like all meant to be and all in divine timing. So I'm excited. I just need to take a deep breath and drink my tea. Drink my tea. You got tea here? The ascension and the awakening will make you feel dizzy, spinning around in a circle like a ballerina. You won't know which way is backward and which way is forward. But I think the point is to stay in the center like a little ballerina shoe, in that 0 point energy. 0 point energy means I know nothing, I believe nothing, I am nothing, and yet I am everything. That's a really good place to be. It's a very powerful place to be. And that's what children believe. Children don't have a belief. They're just like, I just want to play. So we're going to pull a couple cards for Jeffrey to begin with. Blessings and pleasure. Awareness. I think that this awareness and this awakening is going to help us understand how to operate our brains and our bodies the way it was meant to. It's like we had a road, and some jerk came and put all these speed bumps, so we had to drive our car really slowly, right? And so what we're doing through awareness is removing the speed bumps. The removal of the speed bumps will accelerate our frequency, our energy, and do a myriad of things, which will bring us blessings and pleasure. What is pleasure? I don't know, but we will find out. I always like to say I don't know. I probably do know, but I don't want to do that to you. It's rude. It's rude to tell somebody that what you know and you don't know them. It's like, The Willy Wonka. We are given golden tickets to the golden age of Aquarius, and those who are given the golden ticket are expanding their minds like a top hat and becoming like the Willy Wonka. This means the master of your castle. You can invite whom you want into your castle, but if the people who come into your castle act like this, you can throw them down the garbage chute. And this is the symbol that I did with the meditation with Jeffrey. This is the clubhouse. The clubhouse is, we will bring in people. If you're humble and thankful, you get to know the secrets. But if you're not and you're a jerk, let me find the jerk card. Veruca Salts. If you're a jerk, then you get put in the garbage dump. Ahaha. That is what the age of Aquarius, I think, is going to be kind of like. That's what I was told anyway. So welcome, welcome. I am so excited. I can't even stand it. I'm going to ring a little bell here. And we're going to anoint your piece. What does anointing mean? I don't know. With Mushi, the perfume. Mushi has a 320 hertz frequency. A healthy human has a frequency of about 100 hertz. A compromised immune system is about 60 hertz frequency. And when we begin to die, we are 25 hertz frequency. It's really, really good to protect yourself, like as a boundary, or to become a healer, or to be a better antenna of truth by increasing your outer and frequency through a myriad of objects of power. One object of power is rose essential oil. It has 327 hertz frequency. Frankincense has 147 hertz frequency. Cotton sheets, 100 hertz frequency. Linen sheets, 5,000 hertz frequency. Polyester, rayon, nylon, silk, 0 to 15 hertz. I call it death clothing. It doesn't really cause death. What it does is it doesn't allow your cells to be electrified, cell to cell electricity. So it's really important to think in terms of frequency when we want to collect power. And power is the ability to see and hear the truth. That's it. We actually get a speed bump in our acceleration if we have low frequency and we indulge in low frequency. Frequency can come in food, clothing, places of power, objects of power, people who are jerks. You'll want to get rid of them. High vibe people who are full of joy and lift you up. Those are the good people. You won't want to kick them out. And then, of course, there are beliefs and emotions that are life, and there's some that are death. And so it's really easy once you begin to think in those terms. I'm going to hear a song in my head. It doesn't mean that the entire song is for you. It just means maybe one word is for you. Are you ready, Jeffrey? Say yah-haw! I like the way your sparkling earrings lay against your skin so brown. And I wanna sleep with you in the desert tonight, with a million stars all around. 'Cause I get a peaceful, easy feeling, and I know you won't let me down, 'cause I'm already standing on the ground. I found out a long time ago, la 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 la, I don't know the words. Jeffrey, you're part of a group called a Brotherhood of Men that are all men, and they sit in chairs and they look at people through a hologram, and this hologram brings people up in the center of a table. And I've always seen this. I don't really necessarily know exactly who these people are, but these are chairs, and in the center of the chair is a hologram of a virtual reality of a world. And think of it as District 12. District 12, when they manipulated the prison planet known as District 12 through a hologram. All right. So you do have an Ophiotaurus bull-like being up here, but the main energy that is coming forward for you currently is this hologram. All right, and there's a dome over it, by the way. So I don't know if you can see these chairs. Now the chairs make the letter T. Okay, and it goes around in a circle, almost like a Stonehenge, right? So there are these bearded men, and they are seated around a table, and they have a particular 3 mountains as their crown, and this reflects that I believe my temporary opinion is that these beings are places, they're creators of time. And you have a lot of people coming forward also. But let's just focus on this. So all these people seated around this table, think of Star Wars, think of the holograms. Well, anyway, here is a person with an invisible face wearing a cloak. All right. And somebody has a four-leaf clover, kind of like 33, 33 twice. And this is the hologram. And this is the table. And everyone is seated around the table watching the program of this world. And it is so much like District 12. And I just find the correlation of District 12 so fascinating because like Jesus left the Bible at 12. Harry Potter left the Muggles at 12. Sirius Black was in Azkaban prison for 12 years. District 12 was a prison. Every time I see the number 12, I think of a prison. So here's the Ophiuchorus. Here. And anyway, so here everyone is still seated at this table. And the table goes all the way around like this. All right, so hologram. You have two bulls. There's something that this particular bull is holding, and that is some kind of device on this hologram. You know what? I wonder if you're a program, someone that programmed this reality, that your original self was a programmer of this simulation. See, here's a clock. The clock is faced at 5:50 or something like that. And so, okay, I see what you're holding now. It's salt. And see how their faces are white? I don't know what's happening, but you're part of a purification process. So here is a human hand that is on an I don't know, I think it's called an Ophiuchorus, but it's like a bowl, like this. And here you're holding salt. And the salt is going down on an egg. And the egg is cracking open, and out of the egg comes this illumination. And it helps something, and you have two doorways on your body. So at one time in your life, you were a place, not a person. You have the ability to manifest as a person. You have a dragon. This is a kind of a ferocious looking dragon. Like my dragon that I've just seen is kind of scraggly and silly. That would be my personality. Yours is more fierce. It's I guess you don't put up with a lot of BS or I don't know what, but it's this fierceness of and you have a coin, and the coin has a snowflake on it, and it's like a fern. It's like that 4-leaf clover that says 3333, but it's half white. Oh, okay. It's a heart that's made of white that goes this way, and then a spade this way. So it's really a heart and a spade. Heart, spade. You were once a time traveler, hummingbird here. Why are you here? I believe that you are trying to experience a program. It's my temporary understanding. So anyway, here's this strange looking being here. And it's a female. It says W or MM, and a very, very, very tall crown with a flame or something that looks like, I don't know what that is. And then here they are seated like royalty. And they're holding a book, and the book has a human face on it, and the face is like a mask. And a dragonfly. And it says N. You can see this. Noel. And then again, here's this bull man. It says N dot, and then Noel or N Nuit, Nuit. So at first it said Noel, and then now it says Nuit. Don't know why that would say that for right now. We'll look into it. These are souls that have fallen into what looks like Nuit. These souls look like piece of papers. They are contracts. They went into this world. There's one world that goes down, one world that goes up. There's a whole bunch of souls falling into a world. Like they came out of, I don't know why, but anyway, they fell. And then you have this boat anchor symbol. And then there's this being that looks like a religious person. Their face is inside a square. And they hold a cross like that. This is a lower realm. You're a programmer that wrote this program. You're a hologram. You are about illuminating certain souls from the inside out, like an egg. People that have these faces in this reality are a mask. They aren't real. We are in an avatar. But you do have a lot of energies around you, like you have the white rabbit, and these are a lot of invisible souls. You have a lot of invisible souls around you. You have a nuclear symbol here that goes like this, but then there's one piece missing. Maybe there was a piece that was there that's missing. And I wonder what you're holding here in your hand. You come from a royal bloodline. You are a programmer of District 12, which is like a prison. And I don't believe that you come here because you're a prisoner. I believe that you came here. Here you are, looking up in a divine chair to experience and to see whether your program works or not. That's the vibe I get, and I could be wrong. That's what absolute vibe I get. I have seen these people before. They sit around a chair. They are all men, or they look like men. I've never really seen a female. A female has never been part of this. They are always outside, like this one right here. And they are part of a group of people that are illuminating people. This is the number 33, perhaps the 33 Kundalini, perhaps dying at 33 like Jesus, perhaps something to do with the number 3. You have a lot of number 3s. And the salt is an absolute communication that you are here to crack open the egg of subjects within this simulation to see if they have the ability to do something significant. And so they have to put on these false faces, and the dragonfly is connected to the dragon. And there's more than one dragon. This one also is a little bit ferocious, but not as ferocious as yours. And I think that there's a man crying right here. He has tears coming out of his eyes. And then there's a child. And it's somebody giving you like a heart, or I don't know what, but somebody's like holding something, and it almost just seems like this place is really hard. The vibe I get is Atum was the god who created the first human being out of tears of joy. And we are tears of joy because we're mostly water and salt. And so that God showing the hand could possibly be connected to the creator, which is Atum. And Atum created the first human beings out of tears of joy. Now, a creator God, someone who creates worlds, that's what I'm seeing. And so let's bring forward, you have some kind of strange looking, this is actually like an Egyptian looking lion face, like a sphinx that goes like this and this here. That's Egyptian there. And you have an arrow. It says free backwards. Again, you have a flower. It says number 33 with this dot in the center. You have very strange looking angels around you. They have pointy hats. They are like angelic. They're invisible. So when we're talking about the invisible, That's the white salt, this invisibility of not knowing, like, who are you and all that. Then you have this symbol here. And a house. This is a house of time. There's a piece of you or somebody that you know, or somebody in a trap. Now, when I see beings or humans that are stuck in a house, I don't really know what it means. I have some ideas. In Scientology, they believe that our souls are trapped, or we have pieces of ourselves, kind of like Iron Giant, trapped. And it is a volcano. So Scientology believes that this God, I know this is going to sound crazy, absolutely crazy. All right, but here's how it goes. I'll just go ahead and put all the symbols that I see, because I know John's really big on symbology. Any symbol that I see, I'm going to bring it out. Okay, the story goes that there was a god named Zenu, and Zenu took our souls 75 million or billion quadrillion years ago and put us on this realm and blew us up in a volcano, and we've been lost and trapped ever since. So, that there's a piece of somebody in a trap, and there's a frog in there. This is an alchemical symbol of a frog. I have a pretty good understanding of what the frog actually means. And it says Nova. And then there's that symbol. It's like the upside down of this one, but on a different side. Then you have an arrow that goes up this way. The vibe I get is that the bull person was like Maleficent. Like, we had wings, and our wings were cut by some jerk. And the jerk cut our wings, and we lost our power. And the only way to get the power back is to heal that child, right? So Maleficent had to go and basically, what's the word? Repent for cursing the child. It's the same movie as Labyrinth. The young girl cursed the child, and the child was cursed because of some jerk people, right? And so when the child is cursed, or the cursed child, we have to make peace with that child in order to rescue the child and then get out of the labyrinth. The labyrinth is connected to this simulation. Now, I do know that the Corona Borealis is called the crown. It's connected to the 7 stars and the 7 sisters, and it has the blazing star of Solomon, but it is also known as the labyrinth. And so why you have Nova and you have a volcano, and it may not be you, but there seems to be something of a communication of why we took on the face of a human to begin with. It's connected to this and the dragonfly, the dragon, human, volcano. Now, I do know that the jinn was not a human. They were the first beings created out of smokeless vapor. And they seem to come from volcano energy, right? And so when the Bible starts with genes, Genesis, and the Gentile, our genes were manipulated. And so if our genes were manipulated through the jinn, the smokeless vapor of the jinn, which is the volcano, then they changed us from our original form to being half jinn, half reptile. So this is the Gentile. King Solomon controlled the jinn in bottles made of lead. And I don't know if this is you. I would have really assumed that is you. If you do have a piece of your soul, like Iron Giant, trapped in a house, maybe a parallel timeline, that would be what this is saying to us. You have a lot of frogs. I want you to know that when I dream at night and I get spiritual communications, it always comes as a big frog to me. So the frog always turns into a Buddha for me. And so this is about ascension. And it is an also alchemical symbol of the frog. So when you see a frog like this, make those eyes bigger. Let's look at the book. I have an alchemical book. It'll give you a little example as to the significance of the frog. So alchemy is really symbology that explains where you are spiritually. The frog is quite significant. According to your piece, you are going through the number 3 big time. We have 3 main characters. We have 3 main seats. You have the number 33. You have 3 things over there. You have so many symbols that reflect the number 3. Your next step is number 4, which is the 4 wings of the dragonfly. And you have your hand is making a particular symbol that makes a hook, and then the letter M, and then the letter N, and then again a C. So your hand is very significant here, and it looks like you do have the hand of Atum, which is a creator of worlds that created human beings. Call yourself the... who was the guy, the game maker on Hunger Games? You're like the game maker. So you made this place somewhere, maybe in a parallel life, I don't know. See, these are the things I don't know. Maybe it's an allegory. Froggy frog. Okay. Frog, sitting on water, rainbow, frog, snake, red, white, male, female, dove. Okay, so the water is an awakening out of the abyss, out of chaos. The rainbow is activating your 7 chakras. The frog is like a thief in the night. You bounce from water to fire. And then receiving, giving, and receiving, balancing and really squaring your emotions and your logic to go through the great awakening through the white energy. This is the salt. These are the spirits in your piece, and actually being able to see the invisible world for the first time. So as a sacred geometrical communication to you, I'm going to show you exactly what you're going through and what some of this means from my understanding. From my understanding, my limited understanding, my temporary opinion is we were born with a physical body and we were removed from the unseen world. So when you see the number 10, this is someone who is aware that they have a physical body, but they are unaware that they have an invisible self, like a twin. You have been born again. This is not a Christian symbol. This means that your soul has grown with the times. You have actually achieved a growth that enabled your spirit to grow like an embryo. So now that you have doubled, this created the Vesica Piscis. The Vesica Piscis was a time in your life and in many of our lives when the Vesica Piscis is no fun. So the Vesica Piscis creates water. This is like, think of the baptism of water. It's like, oh, I'm awakening. It also creates the fire. This means, oh, these truths are crazy. I don't know what to believe. The Vesica Piscis makes a fish on its side. This is the age of Pisces that we are beginning to leave. When you leave the age of Pisces, the Vesica Piscis will create the Holy Grail. You will learn to become empty of everything that you believe or whatever, so that you can actually hear the invisible truth that is not part of the visible world. This symbol also creates the ark. It is when you get in the boat and you find your spirit guide. You cannot enter the ark unless you have been born again, meaning that you enter 2 by 2. So since you have doubled yourself, you are now in the eye of the needle, in the ark, finding your spirit guide. In Egyptian mythology, they call this place the Book of Gates. The Book of Gates is a place where you enter into a place that looks like a mansion, an ark, where you learn and you teach and you awaken. In this awakening, you are ushered in by a goddess, and the goddess takes you to your appropriate awakening room. You may end up teaching and learning at the same time. This symbol is also like the belly of the whale, where you may fight the truth. So there are many symbols connected to this, including the Ankh and the all-seeing eye. It's really like the eye of the dragon. Once you go through the water, the fire, and you start shifting away from the age of Pisces, and you get the Holy Grail, and you get in the boat, and you get out of the belly of the whale, you're out of pain. You're no longer being pushed around, and you will again grow thrice. This thrice growth creates the triquetra. The triquetra is the threefold flame. It is about male, female, spirit. It's about giving, receiving, and listening to a divine voice. And this divine voice is invisible. You begin to awaken to the invisible world. And this invisible world, invisible thing, will at first create your black raven that is released from the ark. The black raven is not white, meaning that we will send our thoughts out saying, is this thought correct? Is this feeling correct? And the raven will never find home, because we realize that this physical world that we can see that's connected to the black raven isn't the whole truth. The truth is an invisible world. So the invisible mother begins to manifest as what people call the holy dove. She's connected to this thrice symbol. It's there. You can't see her, but she is invisible. So she creates this dove. People call it the holy dove. You can call it whatever. You can call it salt. After all, the boat was on salt water, right? And so once you let your thoughts and your emotions connect with the invisible voice, this invisible voice known as the invisible holy dove will actually release out of your conscious mind and subconscious mind, finding truths that are true. And these truths will get you to your home. Now, once you have thriced yourself, you will, in the end, quadruple yourself. And this quadrupling creates a cross that is fire, water, Pisces, Aquarius, and it is the olive branch of Zeus. And, well, it's connected to Christ and Zeus. It really is just the number 4. And so once we get to the number 4, we have reached our olive branch. This means our mind, our emotions, our ascension has many requirements of us. Once we hear this invisible voice, it will tell us to change our diet. It will tell us to disassociate with people who are death energy. Let go of death food. Let go of death thoughts. Let go of death emotions. Let go of anything that brings you to death or untruth or ignorance or whatever. And once you get really good at hearing that voice, they will require you to become invisible. And so when we see the olive branch, resurrection stone is resurrecting your past, letting it go through forgiveness, but also learning to resurrect as an oracle to talk to the dead and talk to God or talk to whatever you think that invisible voice is. And the divining wand is really knowing what is the voice of truth and what is the voice of a lie. So you become like a barometer, and you know what's truth and what's lie, because one of them is life and one of them is death. And this creates the eye of the dragon. You'll see these symbols on car logos and everywhere. There are alchemists who know about this symbol. It's really connected to this symbol right here. They change it to a square with a circle in the center. It's called the quintessence symbol. It's really really becoming adept spiritually is what all it is. But anyway, this is where you are right now. You're beginning to see the truth with that dove, and you're like, I don't know, that my raven might know, because your raven only focuses on the physical world for truth. The invisible dove, the invisible mother, has truth from an infinite perspective, from an immortal perspective. So we can see that you are 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and the salt is going on to a scorpion. You can see the scorpion right there. There's the tail. Beep, beep. John will know more about what this means than I do. I have no clue. And you know why I don't study this? Because I want to stay pure. I do study. I do know what many symbols mean. But maybe I don't have time. I just plain out don't study because, and you have a crescent moon on this head right here. And then it says, there's that. And then up here you have all kinds of different souls and another goddess up here. She's invisible at the very center here. She has a stern kind of look. I'll show you. She has a stern look. I would have to say that she is, she has a cat. She has a couple of cats. At first I saw an owl, and then it looked like a cat, so I don't know. It could be like a Freya type of energy, but just remember that Freya is a place that dominates Ya, which is moon. And this means that the sun or some place that dominates darkness. She has her hand, she's holding 2 fingers up. This means somebody with 2 souls. So you have 2 souls, not just one. This is that twin energy that I saw in John's piece. It's like you guys are always kind of twins. And it's that twin energy of having 2 souls. Now, this person has a military helmet on, like very, very serious, like a battle, like they're going into battle. And it's like that. And you have a mouse, just to let you know that the Mickey Mouse, the MM of mouse, is of the vampire energy. It's the ability to live forever, immortality. It is the white color of the white mouse. If you ever watch Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the 2 white mouse or mice were these females that were gods. that live forever. But the mouse is a connection to your spirit being connected to Mount Ararat, which is why you have the pointy hat right here. I'll just quickly just show you this. And then I will put this piece in a position where you can really look at it. So the god named R was the opposite of the god named Ra, the sun god. I don't know why they changed it to Ra, but it was R. And this god R had a female version, which was Haya. So R represents the sun, Ha represents earth, and Ya represents the moon. These gods were places, not people. The god R from Armenia is where the ark was found. And on Mount Ararat, and where the rat comes from. And Haya was changed to Gaia, and then it was changed to Giya. And Haya is the I am. Actually, it was Yam, and the Yam wasn't I am, it was Yam, and it was changed to Haya. So it's really from Armenia. Armenia, Haya is the goddess, but the goddess is earth, moon, and R is sun. So Yam was the god of the ocean. So Ha is earth, moon, ocean. There's all these connections to these gods being places, not people. And so Armenian Mount Ararat is where supposedly the androgynous ones come from. They are the original Adam and Eve. They were the Adam before Eve was cut. They live forever. And they're near Transylvania, where the vampires are from, and they're connected to Mithra. Mithra is the myth of Ra. If you spell Mithra backwards, it's R, and then of course Mary has the name R in it, and Mary Magdalene and all of that. But this is something connected to your energy. It's the original your blueprint of your soul has a connection to Armenia, Haya, and these places that are connected to descriptions, really. And if you look at Armenia, you have these people that are giants. They're made of stone, and they have these faces that look like this, that looks like you in that piece with the triangle on top of your head. And anyway, they're connected to the swastika quite a bit. They are connected to the 4 arms of Odin. So the 4 arms of Odin, they are all connected to this. So the original quote-unquote Christ was like Mithra. They say, drink my blood and live forever, like a vampire. And they're connected to the Zoroaster religion. Although Zoroastrianism began or originated in Iran, which is near Armenia. And then Mithra is from Armenia. They're all near that Transylvania place. So the myth of the vampire is an immortal being that is both male and female that lives forever. Basically, that's a piece of yourself of where you come from. And so it looks like that's your origins here with that on your head. And then the rat is, whenever you see Mickey Mouse or the MM, you're thinking Mithra and Mary. You're thinking Master Mason. You're thinking Master Magician. You're thinking Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary. This MM is really a really good symbol because M is the true world. W is the illusion, master of the world. So it's known as the master of the net is MM, and then WW, like this. This makes a net. And so the World Wide Web is the Wicked Witch of the West kind of allegory. And then the MMM is why so many companies began their logos with M, is this is the truth and this is the illusion. So M is Marriott. And if you look at the Starbucks, you have M on this side, M on that side, and then you have a star in the center. Anytime you see McDonald's or the Marriott symbol or anything with the letter M, these are people who know about the real world and the illusionary world. Even the allegory of Christ, he was the master of the net. It's an Egyptian concept. A master of the net is someone who, where Christ said, "Let us throw our net and be fishermen of men." They are people who study sacred geometry and the Platonic solids. And if you understand that behind every pleasure and every pain is a sacred geometrical shape, then you would never use the Vesica Piscis around your house because it does reflect pain. And you would start adopting shapes that actually reflected power. And so the master of the net is realizing what is the false world, what is the real world, what is the web, and what is the truth. Yeah. So maybe John has more to say about this, I'm sure, than I do. But just to tell you, and I know this may be very difficult for you to believe or know, if you've gotten into any kind of programming, anything to do with computers, anything to do with games, anything to do with, if you have that type of mind, according to your reading, you are a game creator that sits around these letter T's and creates a holographic simulation. At least that's what you were. Oh, thank you guys for subscribing. You guys are amazing. So just know that the dragon is a connection that your birth and your original form was like this energy down here. And then you have these energies up here as well. I don't know what the X means. This makes the number 11. You have 1111 on your hand right here. If you look really closely, you'll see the number 7 backwards. And then you'll see different kind of communications all throughout your piece that speak. Like, for instance, this is the crucible. This means that this person who programmed this reality pushes people into burning away all that is false. So this is the moon. This is the crucible. And this person has 3 mountains. This person has a job of creating the trifold flame to push people into salt, which is purification. To create a human that lives forever, I think. Not sure. What do you think, John? You can't allow your mind to place what you know onto new ideas that you don't. Yeah, you have to be clear. Nuit Noel. Definitely saw Noel. You know, it's so strange. My husband rebuilt the Noel Hotel in Nashville, Tennessee. And the Noel Hotel has a place that there are so many places out in Nashville that are connected to the name Noel. And there's even a restaurant called the Noel Restaurant, right? And it was the hotel is really, really old. It's right in front of Park Place or Park Avenue. And it has an old elevator where it doesn't have a 13th floor. And it has a president actually died there. It's a very interesting place. So I love the name Noel, but it may have something to do with the god El and No. And it may have something to do with new and eat, nuit. This is the chalice, the chalice or the body of Newt. I'm vaguely familiar with it. Oh, the snake or the frog, all of their names have a form of nuit. Oh, okay. So yes, you do have the frog. It's a cute frog too. It's like, it has a childlike face. Like, it's like, hi, I kiss you and love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. The primordial creatures who made the Egyptian gods have heads of ether. Oh, see, isn't that amazing? Don't you guys love John? Like, there's no way I could have known all this. I wouldn't know. But I will say this about Jeffrey. There are so many spirits, like angelic, invisible spirits, like angels, like little fairy angels flying around, like kind of helping you. And that invisible rat is connected to the original Adam, Eve, vampire, Mount Ararat energy there, the Mickey Mouse. And really, it's a very positive piece about you being part of the program to help to illuminate human beings from the inside out, to open their egg. Otherwise, I'm not sure. Otherwise, notice that you had Noel. And then all of a sudden we have Nova. Spirit is really highly intelligent. So if you take the word no, and all you have is Elva, Noel, Elva, you could start looking like Sherlock Holmes as to what this is and what's going on here. But see how this says no, but then nuit, and then Nova, Noel. Oh, you know it says N-O-L? N-O-L-T? Oh, Z-O. Look at this in different ways. It spells out all kinds of different things for you. I bet you if we turned it in a different direction, it would spell something different. See, Oz. It's the land of Oz. You come from the land of Oz. What is the land of Oz? All right. What is the land of Oz? The land of Oz is from my understanding, the land of Oz is a land of working through darkness to get into the light. So the great and mighty Wizard of Oz that was false, the false god that was full of hot air balloon, did do a lot of work to help, but was nonetheless false. So this world reflects a false reality. Iris is the light. She's the light. And so this makes Osiris. Osiris's body was cut 14 times. Her soul was cut 14 times. 7 for her, 7 for him. When you go through your trifold flame, the number of that Holy Spirit is 14. When you find the number 14 and you found that Holy Dove, Holy Spirit, you have connected Oz with Iris within you. And this illuminates you from the inside out. And this makes you number 14. Because the land of Oz was 7 continents, 7 seas, 7 days in a week, 7 colors to the rainbow, 7 metals, 7 musical notes, 7 chakras, 7 wounds of Christ, 7 spirits of God, 7 trumpets, 7 seals, 7 wonders of the world, 7 deadly sins. This 7 is a realm of 7. The 7 continents, the 7 seas, and the 7 days in a week is a place within you and without you. And then yet again, the 7 colors of the rainbow is the rainbow of Iris. But literally, like the Iron Giant, we pull all the pieces of ourselves back together into the number 14, which would be 5. And then we illuminate from the inside out. This is the egg opening up. And that's why you're here. The illumination of that egg here. Oh, wait, the N is created from the letter H. Oh, yes. Well, you have the letter H here also. It's not connected, though. And you have H right there. And you have an H there. Actually, you have so many H's. You have H. If you connect this chair, you have HV. You always have HV, HV, which is really HU in some descriptions. So now you know, Luke Skywalker. You are Luke Skywalker, basically. And the princess, she came as a hologram and said, "Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi," as a hologram. And this is a hologram. Yeah, Volt. It says Volt. VOLT. Voltage. 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 You'll see words all throughout this whole thing. You'll be shocked. You could find all kinds of words here. You'll see how even the body makes a word. That chair will make a word. This is the letter W. WW on the wings. So I will be sending this to you. You guys can not only investigate it right side up, but you see that letter Z? Wait, look at that. Let me show you this, John. For some reason, Spirit wanted me to show you this. It's like a stamp. You know, okay, so let me show you. So it goes like this, and then it goes like this, and then it goes like this, and then it goes like this. It's a Z that makes like a stencil stamp, a Z. Oz. When you get this, you can look and see more things. I'll leave the rest of it for you to see. Like there's a teddy bear right there. This may have different meanings. There's definitely a teddy bear. See it? Teddy bear. What? I want you to be my teddy bear. It's something that I didn't expect. Remember, I did a reading once where these T's came forward that look like chairs. And they are maybe a place that begins with the letter T. And that's when I texted you and said, what is a Titan? Or what is Tartaria? Or whatever, because I didn't understand why these letter T's that look like Stonehenge were in a circle. According to this reading, Stonehenge is a place that opens a portal, and the portal is like a hologram, and you bring people in and out through this portal. They literally time shift. They literally go through this time portal. And this is where Jeffrey's from. Jeffrey was part of this Stonehenge strange. You have to sit inside, first of all. These chairs, or this is made of stone. Inside is a portal. P, portal. Inside the portal, there are secrets to this portal, like the number 33. Also, illumination. Also, all of these things are communications about how to create this portal. It is not only and then there's something about the Sphinx, this, a frequency emitting, that is a certain frequency that creates this portal. And when you go in the portal, look how the frog is down here. And then suddenly, if you go in this portal, watch yourself going down. You go into a house. It's a house of time. Is it Aquarius? What house is it? Is it, what symbol is that? whatever sign that is. You go into a house, and look, it has the letter Y. You go into a house of time. So you go into this portal, you go into a house of time. Oh, Jeffrey. A long time ago, you guys always went as like a Stonehenge. You went into a portal of time. You got trapped. You got trapped into this, in this face, or something happened. I don't know. But there you are. You got trapped in a house of time. So whatever time it was like, and so then your frog went from this house to this house. Let's see if we can find what house that is. And like a thief in the night, or a jump and hop of a frog, this frog that's down here went up here. Or will. And this is about you guys escaping a lower realm and going to higher places where you can be free. It's an upside down world, so things are spelled backwards. It's backwards. Oh yeah, when you get into it, it's going to say so much. So if the Anunnaki flipped the switch, then this is a trap. So the flipping is it was flipped, right? So this is a flipping. And what happened was, according to your reading, you were in a place that was like Stonehenge, and you went into this house, given a face. You're connected to the dragonfly. You have all these symbols here. And then the frog boat goes from here to here. I think that your destiny is to go from this lower realm and flip it and go up here now. Right? Now the frog is about to jump in your hand. What does that mean? Having the power of time. Right here, the frog was bigger than you. Much bigger. This means you had no control over where your frog went. The frog jumps like a thief in the night. The frog jumps like lightning strike, right? And we had no power about where we went. None. But here you are. Your hand is much larger. The frog actually is about to jump in your hand. This means you'll have power over where your frog goes. This is where your consciousness goes, where your life goes. Yeah. Yes, that Sphinx. Yes, it does. Here. So Freya is half of Gemini. So we do have the Gemini. We do have that symbol. There. Yeah, so the Wizard of Oz took his soul, and the Wizard of Oz was the false god who squared us in a square. There's a face in the square, and there's a cross. And everything was turned upside down. I don't know what the boat anchor is. I know the boat anchor is connected to Solomon somehow. It's called Dr. John Dee, Mystical Records of John. It's one of John Dee's signs, upside down. But anyway, this soul is upside down. So the flipping that occurred is we were here at 11 o'clock, and we were sent down to 5. The 3 triangles do become a square, yes. And yeah. And just to let you know that Dr. John Dee talks about the square table and the angels, the voice of the angels. It does look like Jeffrey needs to get into this. Let me show you one of the books. I don't know if you're against this because it's connected to things that you may go, ha ha ha. So I don't know. Let me just show you. So this is connected to, I know a lot of Freemasons study this, but it's just so much for me to learn. I don't really get into it that much, but it's these squares. And they are the squares of the angels. And those people are seated around a table. This is called the table of John Dee. It's the angelic table. And people sit around this table. See these triangles? Okay, look, see the triangles? These are the triangles of these angels that I don't know anything about, but they talk about them here. And they talk about this table. So the table, they sit around this table. And the table in the center, what's the word? What am I trying to say? These are the squares made of lettering. And then there's circles. And 42 masters, Babelel. Let's see if Spirit will show you something fantastic. So, let me see here. You know what I should look up? See if they have the word Noel in here. They have the 4 tablets of Enoch. They have things in here that are about creating reality and making portals, really, of time. But anyway, I don't know if I can get into it right now, but you have a symbol of John Dee. You have the table. You have all the symbols of these angels, the voice of the angels in creating the square, and the square is called the table. And they sit around this table and they create a portal of reality, and you have to use an angelic language. And that's a symbol of John Dee. So this is another communication. Just remember, this table may have 10 different meanings. This is how telepathy works. It's a telepathic vision that has over 1,000 different communications to you all in one. They are part of the magical squares to make sigils, and I don't know whether I buy into it, and I don't really practice it. I just got it because I read for a female whose father who died came forward. And this father who died literally told her in her reading, because I didn't know it when I was reading for her, but she'd actually studied Latin, because a lot of the language in the sigils or the magical squares are the voice of the angel, which is angels, which are in Latin. And she studied Latin. So her dad came forward from the spirit realm to say, get a magical square, sit with the magical square, speak the voice of the angels, create a portal. And it's a portal to escape certain realities or whatever. So because of her reading, I got the books, because a deceased person came forward to tell her to do so. And I was like, oh. But you know me, I'm so busy, I never got into it. You're getting booted off. I am my sticks. You can type, but you can't hear? Really? Is anyone else having that problem? Yeah. Oh, you're so welcome. It's a very, very incredible piece. I'll send it to you because you need to look at it more in depth, every single which way, to understand what's going on here. 2 dragons. 2 Ophiotoruses, but everything else is speaking 3. And I really believe that Jeffrey's going through that trinity within their energy to balance that invisibility. When we illuminate ourselves and we become invisible, we can do great things. And this is also an encouragement if you guys are trying to escape it's kind of showing you how to do it. But involve me because I don't have time to study. You guys just do it and I'll show up, okay? Yes, please do. And I'll send you a picture right now as we close out. I just want you to know, I don't want to, that there's, if you look at this from all different types of directions, especially even like this T that goes like this, look at this when you get this in the mail, John. There are the number 2. See the number 2 there? Look at it. Oh my gosh. What do we see? The letter J right there? J. There are so many communications here. And this female, I don't know who that is. It's somebody who just showed up. The male is Jeffrey, but there's other people here that we need to consider, like that male up there. Maybe more than one communication. And then the females also. And the letter J. What? You're so welcome, babies. This was very enjoyable. It makes me want to get back into that Dr. John D. magical square thing. The only thing about for me to do anything like that, here's what goes on in my head, my brain. I always say, I do not want to even get into anything that would create any kind of magical square or anything that would shift me unless I feel divinely led, unless I know I'm ready. Because what if you make a magical square and your frequency is low because you just have a low vibe day, or your energy is low because of planetary alignments or whatever? I feel like creating a magical square or a table should be in the timing must be of utmost importance. Too many, that's what I feel that way too. And that's my other reservation, is I feel like there's too much deception. I'm tired of the lies. This is why we go back to doing this organically. You know that I don't know a lot about these things, and yet they show up. So it really helps us to go, okay, now I'm seeing what Spirit is showing us. This is what we should do. This is where we came from. This is what's happening. This is the past, present, future. This is, so many things. And it's not someone who wrote it with an agenda behind it. There are too many allegories and too many agendas out there. Oh, thank you, John. Oh, I got to read what John says. John says, Mary knows so much more than she says, everyone. I learn from her every single day. Thank you so much, my buddy. I love you. Thank you so much. And thank you, Jeffrey. You guys are amazing. I love you guys. I hope to meet you guys someday soon. So we will close out, and I will take a picture of it. And yeah, I can't wait to hear more about what you have to say about what we saw today. So, like I told you yesterday, I will be giving a free reading for one of my subscribers. But I will advertise for you really quick. This Saturday, John is going to come forward at 2:00 p.m. Central to tell you about the power of observation. I made a video about it. John made a video about it. This will be like a school in Hogwarts for you to become adept, and so that you are not deceived by the deceptive English writing, the deceptive symbologies, deceptive songs. And maybe they're not so deceptive once you know what it means. And once you begin to dissect the power of myth. Why do people even write The Wizard of Oz or Harry Potter or The Never-Ending Story? The power of myth. To illuminate the egg from the inside out through symbology. Now there are good guys wanting to help you, and there are bad guys wanting to flip you and hurt you and invert you and put you in darkness, right? So knowing who's the bad guy and who's the good guy, that's why you need to come to this class so that you are not deceived. It is called The Power of Observation, this Saturday at 2:00 p.m. Central on my TikTok page. Mondays are going to be Manic Monday with Stephanie. She's going to be a therapist that will help to bring out your inner child. If your inner child is stuck in a closet, alone and sad, doesn't have a voice, doesn't feel magical, doesn't feel joyful, then you don't have power. Your child is what has the power to bring out that inner magical self, is Stephanie's bag baby. So Stephanie will be here Monday at 4:00 p.m. Central to give therapy, donation, whatever you feel led to do, and she will help you to awaken and open those doors. If you miss any portion of this live, you can go to my Mary Moses Art channel on YouTube, and I also have a SoundCloud called Mary Moses that you can be annoyed by. No. No. So we are in the free portion, and this is for someone who needs to hear where they are spiritually. Where are you? This isn't about what is your power. Well, let's just find out where you are and why you are where you are, what energies are affecting you, and how to shift out of that where you are into your best self. And let's play and have fun with it, okay? Joyful. Joy. Happy, joy. Again, thank you, John and Jeff. I love you guys. Thinking about changing my name to the letter J because my husband's name is Jeffrey, and I should be like Jesse and Jeff. Then we'll both have J names. Yes, only for subscription right now. Because you can, it's not very much. And these readings usually cost $50 to $100 a piece, so it's not very much. I have to give incentives to my subscribers. My subscribers aren't just going to get first pick for readings. They're going to get free products that I make here. High frequency products that activate, like glow-in-the-dark necklaces that illuminate your heart chakra. These are things that I send my subscribers and give you my love so that you can have a piece of my love in your midst. So it's just an encouragement for you guys to subscribe. All right, so your name is Jay. Aspire to dream with the ether. Ooh, I love that actually. So Jay, what, give me a vibe. What are you wanting to see in your reading besides where you are? Just a little vibe of your personality. I had to give mine to my mom to try to light up her heart. Well, give me a vibe of your mom. Is your mom's name Jay? Oh, she's Cindy. So do you want me to read for you or to read for Cindy? I'm sorry, I'm misunderstanding somehow. I'm getting confused. You want me to invite you to just speak. You don't have to show your face, and that way we can have a conversation. Let me see if you can. Hold on. If I can invite you, just so that we can have a little conversation here. I need to understand. So I'm inviting you to just. There you are.
Hi. Oh my
Hi.
goodness. I
How
know
are
you're.
you?
I'm good. How are you? I know you're
Wonderful.
wonderful.
So
So,
you're wanting a reading for yourself or for your mom?
you know what? If you could do it for my mom, that would be so cool. I'm kind of afraid she's an NPC, so it'd be really cool if you could tap into her.
Oh, so she's passed?
No, she's here, but I don't think she's really. You know what I mean? I think she's an
Okay.
NPC. Do you know? You know what I mean?
Oh, I didn't understand that. Okay, yes, yes, yes. I got you.
I actually think she was the one sleeping in the bed when you did my reading. I'm gonna cry right now.
Yes. All right, then that makes sense. See, I
Yeah.
didn't know that. And what do you want to what ask her?
Let me see if she'll turn the TV off real quick.
Okay.
Thank you. Um, so I have Mary here. Would you like to ask her something? She's gonna do a reading for you. Say yes.
Yes.
Say thank you.
Hi,
Well,
Mary.
hi, baby. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm so glad to be reading for you. Is there anyone you would like to connect with on the spirit realm that has passed away?
My dad's birthday is today.
You want to talk to your dad?
No, no. I'd rather talk to my mom,
You want to talk to your mom? What's your mom's name?
Shirley.
Shirley? We're going to have a little spiritual party here where we're going to let you probably talk to your dad and your mom. And we're just going to see what spirit has to say for all of you. How about that?
All right.
All right,
Thank
so here
you.
we go. You're welcome. You're welcome to stay on or
Do I
whatever.
just this?
You don't have to, but you can if you want to.
I'm just holding the phone here, so I'll let her hold it.
Okay. Precious love, I give to you. Blue is the sky, safe in the eyes of a love so true. Beautiful things you make me feel. There is someone in a bed right here again, and there's a child or a young girl. There is um, a man coming forward that is embarrassed. He has his hand kind of blocking his face right here, like, oh, I can't believe it. Um, okay, so, but there is somebody in a bed, and there are people all around you, by the way, spiritual people, people that are, and you have um, so I believe that Cindy, you're the one that's in this bed, and then Jay, you're next to the bed, and then you literally have about 3 or 4 spiritual people, one particular angel that has angel wings near you and around you. You have so many angels. Um, and it says visit F. It says VIS, and then IT goes over this way, so it's like they visit you. They actually, you can't see them. They're invisible. Visit goes to visible. All right, let's bring you out and let's look and see what and how many people are around you. And you literally have a man that looks like Christ above your head. It is a symbol of a guardian angel, somebody that is putting their hands over your head or something like that. And I don't know what, but it's a man that
My
is
uncle David looked just like white Jesus.
that is
Everybody said
him.
he looked like.
That's him then. So this man looks like Jesus, yeah, but he's putting his hand on Cindy's head, like like they're there. So, so you have a lot of people here, a lot of angels, by the way, and angel wings. Um, all right, so we'll look at the. There's somebody else coming forward. It's a female. She's your mom. She is smiling. She gives you a card. It has a flower on it. She's like, "Don't you remember the flower cards or the cards I gave you with flowers on it?" And then she's showing a baby for some reason. Um, a baby upside down. I don't know what that means. Um, but she is I'll go ahead and bring her out because she's like really strong. She's right here. She has this card with a flower on it, almost like, I don't know if it's like happy birthday or just kind of like saying hello. I'm just so happy to see you. Um, Big smile and she has the letter S, maybe to tell her that that's who she is here, holding this card. This really just means like when they have when I see people come forward from the spirit realm like holding a card or holding something, I believe it just means like I know that I missed your birthday or I wasn't there or something like that, but um it gives me the feeling of a greeting card. This is like greetings. This is how they talk, like greetings.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the end of the bed is her mom's arm. And that may be some symbol of the word ending. So we'll think about that. But, and then the hair goes up and up and there's a communication here. Never. It's almost like never give up, and then it has the word joy, and it's like something about just keeping yourself in the center of joy. There's this energy of sheets being clean, like clean sheets. Something about whenever I see sheets in the wind, this is the spirit world. When I see people holding sheets and letting them blow in the wind, this is spirit. Spirit are white sheets that blow in the sun or the wind. This is about purification and about all this. But there's something about um, um, living in joy and being joyful. So let me go ahead and just bring everybody out here. Does your mom have a stuffed animal? There's like a little something she's holding here.
She has her dog on her
It's,
lap right now and always has a dog on her lap.
it's a little, yeah, it's a little dog.
Looks just like him too. I wish I could send you a picture right now. Like she'd be mad if I put her on film right now.
Well, I'll send this picture to you. Just text me, okay?
Okay.
Text me right after and say, "Hey, it's me," and then I'll send it to you. So this man that looks like Jesus is probably that uncle of yours, literally taking his hands and being there behind the scenes, basically saying, "Look, there is no such thing as death. It is not at all." And this is a crown on your mom's head. This means if we have the crown, it's a very good thing. It means protection. So this is a protection of her mind. This means that will not be lost. And then there's this, I don't know if this is the same guy. There's another man here. He smokes cigarettes. Definitely has a cigarette or something. I guess they still smoke cigarettes on the spirit realm. Great.
Maybe
He's
Uncle Marty.
he's with your mom. So this is your dad. All right.
And he
Uh,
never smoked cigarettes, ever.
well, he is now. I
She
don't
did.
know what it.
She smoked. She loved to
Oh,
smoke.
okay.
That was
Then
her
maybe this
thing.
is a communication where she doesn't have the cigarettes in her mouth anymore, but he does. This may be a communication she doesn't smoke anymore. I don't know.
That's awesome.
Um. So let's see here. I don't know what's on his head. Whatever's on the head is usually what's on their mind or a communication of thoughts. And it says the number 22. And
They
and
were married 22 years.
okay, so then he's talking about your mom and they're it just really kind of describing their interaction for whatever reason. And then
They had 5 kids, and that looks like a 5 that you said is an S. I know it's an S, but
yeah,
yeah.
and there's 5. So she may be talking about the see all these children down here, there's a lot of kids. These are probably all of your family members here. There's so many. Now, some of your kids are earth angels. One of them actually has angel wings, um, and or at least that's how they view them anyway. But anyway, so you have these kids here. They're all here, and they're probably grown, but to them they're like, oh. But so there's all these people here. Um, Jay, I believe that you're right here. Um, and and I just want to go back because the dad wants to continue talking. So there's a sun symbol, and the number 23 is the oracle. Now remember that the oracle was written in the Bible 23 times. If any man speak, let them speak as the voice of the oracle. So the number 23 is very significant, and it means that once you hear the voice of God, you ascend. And once you obey the voice of God, um, you're ready. You become illuminated or whatever. So that may be a communication. I don't really know because it goes from 22 to 23. So not really sure. Um, so the hummingbird or the holy dove? The holy dove. Is just basically saying that they are dominated by like a Holy Spirit, the Great Mother, those things are being communicated. And the sheets and the people putting the sheets out in the sun, this really seems to me, um, okay, so for some reason there's somebody putting something in an electrical outlet, like plugging something in and an electrical line. And I don't know what they're trying to say to you. They're literally they have a plug and they're trying to plug into something and I don't know what it means if it's them saying they're trying to connect with me. Somebody here is trying to connect with me. Yeah, that's what it is. I think it may be difficult for some of them to come forward because it was really easy for everybody else, but it seems like this person, I don't know who this is having okay, so they're putting up their hand like this, like hello, and you must have a friend or somebody else who's passed away. This is somebody who wants to reconnect with you with the symbol of an electrical outlet, and so this is a female. And I don't know why they're wearing this outfit like this. This is usually a symbol of a saint or um, somebody who it says so, I am someone who has crossed over. First of all, I see a bridge. So this person's saying I've crossed over.
A
And
good friend of mine died about 3 years ago.
what was her name?
Debbie.
Okay. If you're Debbie, show me something else. Um, um, she's showing all kinds of letters coming forward. There was a H, then there was a D, and then it says sissy, and then it says um, it's almost like they're just wanting to talk about. Yeah, she says yes. So this is shifting and changing in front of me. Two rings. So this is somebody who was your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so when we look at this over here, these are all people who have passed away up here out of this, and then these are people who have not here. And look, here is Jay on the bed, and you have feelings, Jay, that and you have your back toward your mom. You have feelings that um of just really kind of hope. You have this praying hands. You're like, you just want everything to be okay. You just so want everything to just be okay and not, you know. So that's your energy here. Um, and then there's some people, ignoring kind of what's going on. They're turned the other way. Some people can't handle things, and so there's some people in your family who aren't really part of your life, but they're there. The elephant that has fallen over is, look, we left a place um, known as the dark moon, and the elephant, this person, still is in the darkness, so to speak, spiritually. And this is a communication of someone who is moving their way out of darkness and into light, but they're working on it. So
Mm,
somebody's telling you about this particular person right here.
could be my brother.
Yeah. It's a male.
Hmm. He was adopted. But he was my brother.
Yeah. So your friend is like, "Hello," and just wants you to really just kind of give you confidence. Number one, that you're not alone. Number two, that you're never forgotten. That they send you all kinds of good energy. Um, you must have had more animals besides that, because your mom is bringing forward another animal here. Like I don't know if you lost one, but there's some animal here. Um, you just all these little spirits here. These are just and then um, and then this is, I would say, more a grandmother looking look here, who is taking like a rainbow bridge. And every one of these energies are saying that they have some sort of great ability now that they didn't have in this world. Like this one has the ability to bridge spirit to the physical world. This woman right here, like a grandmother looking
That's
energy,
my
has the
grand.
ability to like be telepathic or see. Um, and then you have mm, it's like a fairy godmother. She looks like a fairy godmother. She's wearing the Cinderella outfit like the fairy godmother. So this is a communication, really, that you have like a godmother.
I know she has a godmother. She still drinks and smokes.
Oh my goodness. So you have almost like a Star of David here, and that may be just a communication of some sort. And
That's his name.
yeah, so that person is sitting on a pillar. One person in your family is, when I see someone sitting on a tree that's been cut, it's somebody who is really growing spiritually. They're about to um, move into hearing the voice of the Holy Spirit, move into hearing the voice of God, but they're like, these two people are just on the brink of, like, this one, the boy, is still in the material world quite a bit, but this person right here is about to leave the material world in the sense that they're going to grow and start hearing a voice of God, and they're going to start following it soon. These are all body languages. You sitting down, Jay, I believe that you're letting your energy get sucked away too much. You should learn how to um, uh, collect energy through every single day. What you should do is either sun gaze, make sure you drink enough water, because as you give to others and think about others, especially thinking about people in the family or whatever, it can pull you down, and you need to balance how much you give with how much you receive. What I do is I take a bath every day. I put on 963 hertz. I drink water. I imagine, I do humming. I listen to comedy. I sun gaze with my eyes closed. I just connect to nature barefooted, because if I don't receive as much as I give, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm supposed to do. And so I just see that you're kind of just feeling a little depleted.
But I have
And
been learning from you. Thank you for all
yeah.
of those things that you listed, because I really have been practicing what you're preaching, and I really
hmm
appreciate you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. I mean, this isn't a reading for you, so it's not highlighting you, it's highlighting your mom. The only reason that you're here right now at the end of the bed is because you are just wanting to be obedient to spirit, and you are being humble. You're doing a great job. You just need to make sure to receive your power back that you give away, because you'll be depleted.
Thank you for reminding me. Thank you so much.
You have a little butterfly here on your bed. It's so cute. And I think this is about freedom. Maybe you feel like you want freedom or whatever, but this is about you having your wings and having your power. Um, and you still have more people here coming forward. It's and but these are people in the world. They're not past. These are your kids. These are people in your family. These are all people just in here that are look, you don't have people don't have to be past to come forward, because there is no such thing as death.
Right.
um you're here, your mom's there, and everybody comes forward to come to kind of say, hey, we know on a subconscious level that we are communicating together right now, and that's the power of spirit. Spirit has that power. You have so many animals right here. Your mom is coming forward talking about these. um what I you know what I think she's saying to you, Cindy, is your mom Shirley is saying any animal that you had that passed away, she's taking care of them, because you got all these animals on her dress, and she's just like, okay, you got all these animals. I
Yeah.
don't know who they are, but maybe a lifetime of but there's dogs mostly, and
3 poodles are probably there.
uh-huh, little, let me show you.
I called them my 3 little bears.
Yeah, they look like bears. They look like little they're so cute actually. They just got this long face like this, the little legs. They're fuzzy. They're there. Oh, they're so cute. Oh, gee. Little babies. Well, anyway, that's what your mom is like. Well, not only do you live forever, but so do all the little animals. Now, some of the animals look a little different, though. They remind me of Dorothy and Toto.
I had a bird for 25 years. She passed a couple of years ago. A African gray parrot.
Let me see if I see that parrot. Um, it would be this little parrot right here, sitting on a stick.
Yeah, she's there.
Mm-hmm. There's also somebody here in a bed. It's I don't know who that is, but maybe it's your mom. I don't know, but there's somebody there as well.
Could be a dog bed.
Oh, it might be
I
just a little
recently
bit.
lost my last poodle, the mama.
Yeah, it's a little bed, so maybe it is a dog bed. I don't know.
Yeah,
But yeah, you got
cover.
you got your little animals there. And let me just go forward here and just show you some people who are just attending and saying hello. And this person has energy coming out of their heart, like just sending love, smiling. And so this is somebody who is still here, just wanting to come forward. And then here's a little dog on the lap. Um, so just know one thing. Oh, she says, look, it says hi. It's so silly. It's like hi. Um, um, Dad is being funny. I believe saying your mom's not smoking. He is in a funny way. The number 22. They've been married. They're like together. I'm sending you a card. Wants you to know happy birthday, happy Valentine's Day, happy everything with this greeting card. I have all your animals. I know about the 5 kids. Letter S. You have the crown. This is somebody who looks like Jesus with the Star of David. This is like, I don't know who this is. I would say like my first impression was a grandmother or an older woman who really kind of serves as your fairy godmother. And so everybody's here, and I will send you this picture so you can look at it a little further. And this is really just a consolation that we're never alone. The spirit world is invisible, but they can see you, and we can't see them.
Yeah.
So be careful when you go into the bathroom. They're watching you.
I've always believed that, so I do believe that.
Yes, everybody's with you. You have your friend there. You have everybody showed up for you, even your animals and even the dog that you have. Everybody's there. You're never alone. God loves you. We love you. And life is eternal. And we just have to live in joy. So says your mom. When we live in joy and we let our heart, this is why you have dogs. That dog that you have reminds you of your inner child, reminds you of living in the moment and being just happy and having joy. That's why you love them. And that's what you are being encouraged to do. I'll go ahead and put the word joy there because that is the formula is joy. And the joy of the Lord is your strength, you can say, or you can say expecto patronum by Harry Potter, because that is joy is your highest strength to keep your heart lit, because that as when you're happy, they are happy. When you're sad, they feel sad. And so we affect everybody.
Yeah.
Tell her about the. She's got it on. I wish I could. We put the camera on.
Oh,
Well, she is wearing it right now. She's got it, and it's glowing.
Are
Let's
you
see.
serious? Oh, I love that. Oh, you have the glow in the dark necklace?
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, I love that so much. That's
Yes.
amazing. See, this
Yes.
was meant for just
Thank
you.
you.
Keep
Thank
your
you
heart
so much.
lit with joy and illuminate it with the sunshine every day. And big hugs and kisses from me to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Cindy. And thank you, Jay. And for you guys, thank you all for being here. And we will give
Thank
a free
you.
reading again tomorrow. And we will close out today by saying thank you guys for being here and for supporting and for subscribing and for being part of a magical world. That this awakening is really seeing God as alive within you and around you, and there is no such thing as death. We are always loved and encouraged to live in joy every day so that we can not only help ourselves but help other people around us, even in the unseen world. Isn't that right? All
So
right.
right.
So,
Thank
yeah,
you.
that's right.
You helped me through. We're experiencing a breakthrough at the moment. Like
Yeah.
you're part of it. I know you know it. And
Yeah.
everyone that's here, I really appreciate your energy. You have no idea. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome, darling. Big hugs from me to you. And you guys have a wonderful, beautiful day today. And we will see you again tomorrow. You're welcome, you guys. Bye bye.